I'm saying?
I'm gonna go left on you a little bit.
Break me off.
Because this has something to do with what you're saying. Now look at who's office, and part of the reason why he's there, as far as media propaganda, is his brother named Alex Jones. You know what I'm saying? The 10-4 awards. You know what I'm saying? All right, folks. So
propaganda.
He's spitting all type of propaganda. Got these people on it, right? Yeah. That's part of the reason why he's there, because people bought into it. Because people are catching on. We can't trust mainstream media, all right? So they got these other little things. But if you check the news last few days, Alex Jones is in the news. And his divorce hearing,
fighting over the kids.
Yeah, fighting over the kids. And there was he made a statement that, you know, a lot of the statements he's making on air, he's just saying that.
He said the lawyer said he was just an actor or some form of that. Yes.
Okay, so he's telling you he's an actor. But these are people that are still caught up in it. There's people going to tune in later today and be like, oh, hell nah, you know what I'm saying? Going to be all on his every word. So man, people got to pay the hell attention.
It's about waking up and being able to see with the third eye.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you say, now this is the thing though. Now even with the Alex Jones, when you mention that, when you look at the aspect, like you say, they putting it out there. Now, of course, part of it's gonna still be true though.
Yeah.
Was 911 an inside job?
Yeah.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I watched the show today. And I forgot the brother's name already. I don't want to say a wrong name, so I won't. But I forgot. But whoever the brother was, he was what they call a conspiracy theorist, and he told that the 9/11 attack would happen. He didn't know that attack per se, but he said he knew within months that something would be plotted big, and it would be blamed on Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, I know.
And then 2 months after the 9/11 attacks, he was gunned down by the police in the front of his house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know now, and I only say that because as you hit right on where I wanted to go as we talking about propaganda. Because now here we go, this Steve Stevens dude running around shooting everybody. Because he done got a little piece of cooch that got him going crazy. So now
I think Tariq called him a simp. Yeah, that's simping right there, man.
And that's what it is.
Killing people over there, man. Come on.
But this is my thing.
Is it even real though?
Thank you, brother. That's what can we believe what we're being told? Can we believe what we're being told?
Yeah.
So much is propaganda and so much is fake, so much is false flag, so much is distraction. They trying to push an agenda. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They don't want us free. They want to enslave us because they know that we are in the season, we are in the era of awakening. Yes. And as everybody is awakening, they want to keep us enslaved. Yes. So they done been for years putting these plans and plots. They've been doing all of this stuff to try to infiltrate and push these laws. So all of this drama, chaos, and confusion have really been distractions just to have the people unruly uproar. They want to keep us fighting against each other, and then they have to keep us afraid. So now this dude is going crazy just a week after the San Bernardino school shoot. So what?
Right around Easter.
So if people can't see that what we dealing with is they still trying to clean up and get an excuse to get as many guns and stuff as they can, because their plan is they want to flood the streets with martial law and begin to entrap, and that's part of the plan. And we know it sounds crazy. I ain't on the Alex Jones level talking about martial law. I'm talking about in the aspect of we know what they doing behind the scenes, and we understand that. I don't want to get into extraterrestrials and all that.
Oh crazy stuff. We got to set up another episode, bro.
See what I'm saying? Because the rabbit hole goes deep, and then people hear us talking about the surface drama, and they like, oh, they crazy, but they don't understand the why, the reason behind it. It's when you understand the truth, you'll understand the reason behind why they doing what they doing.
Exactly. People really got to learn. We have to learn to really use our analytical skills. We have to analyze everything, and we have to look at it from a simplistic standpoint at the same time. Man. It's all these things are on time when you talk about the Stevenson, whatever, it's not like a made up name. Whenever there's these funny things in the news, there's somebody named John Johnson or Chris Christie or Bill Bilson, you got to pay attention to stuff like that. You got to pay attention to the fact that there'll be a white person that goes out and kills however many people, shoots up 12 cops, you know what I'm saying? Then, like what happened last year, and we have one black person kill a cop or so whatever it says in the news, and we're talking about creating all type of laws and going on some lynch mob type stuff in the media. Y'all got to pay attention to that. Wrong, unethical things are wrong. Killing people is wrong. We all know that. We really have to pay attention to what's going on and don't let people pull on your emotions. Really analyze.
Man, I like you just hit that, man. Me and a couple of the brothers that I was talking to, we just had the conversation even last night talking about, how 95% of our cognitive function is done unconsciously. So most of what we do and how we operate and function, you know what I'm saying, we do it without even thinking, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And now we do that without thinking, and now this is 95% of the people that operate without thinking. So what you just said, if as a man thinketh, so is he. Perception is absolutely everything. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Everything is perception. Bottom line, period. You know what I mean? Like how you view a situation completely determines your take. A person. This is why a kamikaze pilot during the World War would be willing to fly their jet into, kamikaze, because their belief was that this was a greater purpose, and they were going to receive the reward. This is just like the jihadist Muslim that'll blow themselves up because of the promise of the virgins. It's about what you believe. This is why some fanatic Christians will lash themselves and represent the beating of Jesus. It's about what you believe. It's the level of belief that will dictate your response. Some people grow up rough and they've had a rough their whole life. You can do anything, they won't cry. They seem emotionless. But some people cry over spilled milk. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody's depth level and perception is different. But perception is everything. How you view it is everything. It determines everything. How you gonna react, it's everything. I can't even explain how. Everything is how you see it.
That's why I like how you frame this. Real simple and straight to the point with that question. Is this a white man's world? Yes. And this shows you like part of those skills of analyzing and being able to look at a current situation and take it somewhere. Because to me, nigga, that's our world.
That's
what I'm saying. But the thing is, we know the context that we're in and where we're trying to go. So we have to kind of acknowledge certain things and build from that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's kind of a fine line we gotta find, because on one end, you might be totally oblivious to what's going on and not care. On the other end, you might be on some fucking Steve Harvey shit. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm glad you said that, because for clarity, and that's the thing. Like I know whose team I'm on. You know what I'm saying? But this is the real truth. In the spiritual aspect of understanding, this is how we got here.
Yes.
The ancients and the ancestors had no concern about color. They knew who we were, and we knew who we were. Exactly. So it was no concern about who it was. That's how they was able to slip this sneaky shit in, was because they focused on the color and used that tool to manipulate and rewrite history and change it and erase us out. But in the ancient, it wasn't no question. They knew who we was and we knew who we was. And that's why I use the analogy of the sports, because when you show up to play the other team, they know who you are. It's up to how I perform. I ain't concerned about what you doing. It's what I'm doing. Once we get back to knowing who we are, we ain't got to be concerned about them, because the aspect of the term white and white man's world and black is all created. You see what I'm saying? These is terms that was non-existent before. They knew who God was because they called him as such. You know what I'm saying? And now there's been a flip around, so they've had to recreate and try to restructure, so they don't erase truth and recreate it with the lie. We got to get back to knowing who we are. That's why the color don't matter. So I'm glad you said that. For all those that will listen, please understand, your boy ain't on no coonish. I know exactly whose team I'm on. When I say I'm not concerned about white no more, that's not to take away from the sins that have been perpetuated. That's not to take away from the structure of racism, white supremacy, and that's not to take from those that are devilish intent by nature in their heart. But what I'm saying is I understand a higher truth now, and I understand I can look past that, as well as when it comes to ethnicity and genealogy, because I know my own bloodline. I also understand that a whole lot of white folk that you see ain't really white. When you trace them roots back, when you see them big lip, brown head, brown eye, them ain't really white folk. They've been led to believe. See, this is how that small group that sits at the top have been able to perpetuate their lie, is by creating that's why they created the color line for themselves. That pale, they created that line. And that's why, so now people disassociated themselves by color. So light-skinned niggas is still a nigga, but they don't allowed you to think that you white, just so that there's separation of you from us, so that you will say, I ain't them. Because ultimately, we got a very minute, small group of people that exist on the planet that got everybody else on the planet thinking that we different. Yeah. We are human. We all the same. And this small little devil group of got everybody. I don't want to say the wrong thing. So I don't want to say the wrong word because it gets sensitive. But this small group of little peons that have stolen our knowledge and are using it behind the scenes, controlling everybody, got us all fighting over nothing.
And that's why I love this. Is a brilliant lesson that we're all going through, because when we wake up and start getting knowledge of self, we learn about our greatness. We learn about our genealogical greatness. We learn about melon. We learn about our history. We learn about all the great things we've done. But there's a message in there for you that we need to take it to the